Hi everyone, this is Arjuna, aka Professional High Priestess, and I'm back with another message. So this is just a quick message that I got for the collective, because you guys know that, well, first I want to say this. If you do not like the content that is being put onto this channel, you have an option to not watch. You can just leave, right? So that's one thing that I wanted to put across, because I be getting a lot of fuckery in my comments sometimes. And I'm just like, all right, it's clear that you just don't belong here. Then it doesn't resonate, and you keep it pushing. But another thing here is a lot of you guys have dealt with the phenomena of karmics using separation spells or love spells or conflict magic and stuff like that. And my guides clearly showed me, that for the collective, for a lot of you guys that have dealt with that, when Mercury, well, we're in the pre-shadow phase now, and it's about to kick in on the 27th. So it's just a few days away. So we're already in the energy. We're already into the thick of it, right? So for those of you guys who have dealt with that, my guides are saying you're going to see the full culmination of a tower moment, some type of exposure, or some type of justice. Justice energy is going to be really strong as we move into this retrograde. And I believe the retrograde lasts, let's see, I think it lasts for 60 days. Let's see how long this is going to last for. Oh, it's going to end on October 18th. Okay, wow. That's deep. And so we're moving into Scorpio season. It's still going to be, wait, no, not Scorpio season. Okay, that's still Libra season. All right. So we're going to be having this for almost a month. So let's get into this, you all. So my guys were telling me that for the collective, just be mindful of the fact that what's going to end up happening with this retrograde is that there's going to be illusions broken. Because remember, Libra rules over the 7th house of relationships, right? So we're going to have Mercury, the planet of communication, and the way that you think, moving backwards, right, inside of the 7th house. But you know, when Mercury goes retrograde, things from the past also come up. Things that were said, things that were done from the past start to surface up. So what's going to start to happen is, they're telling me for a lot of you guys, there's nothing for you to worry about. Just do your return to sender. Don't get involved. But a lot of these karmics are going to start to try to use your energy, to pull your energy in as a scapegoat, because something is going to come up or something is going to blow up in their faces. Or this is happening. These karmics are like trying to put your name into fuckery, or trying to get you, they're trying to put your name into some bullshit, or they've gotten caught up for something, so they're trying to like pull divine feminine in as like a buffer from karma, and it's not going to work. Matter of fact, a lot of these karmics have found themselves in situations where the separation spells and the love spells that they're using are backfiring, because you guys are just doing your clearing work, right? So it's like these karmics, they want to play and they want to do all these different things, but they don't think about the consequences. It's like, it's simple math that whatever you put out, you're going to get back. So if you decided out of your little peanut brain that you wanted to do A, B, C, and D because maybe you're unstable or whatever the fuck, and then it starts to backfire onto you, that's your fault. That has nothing to do with anybody else. You should never been playing in those realms, especially when you're playing with any type of divine being, period. When you're playing with some of these unawakened masculines and shit like that, okay, whatever. But when you're playing with the real divine feminine who's like not with that bullshit, you're going to get hella karma. And that's why I posted on my community board, like, they play with you and then they get mad when God deals with them. Why are you getting geared up to be mad? Why are you upset? You know, I'm going to give you guys an example. You guys have seen, I've told my story because I feel like, as somebody that's healing in the collective and supporting the collective, you have to know my story, right? Because a lot of people, they talk about twin flame and da-da-da-da, but they don't tell a story. A lot of people talk about healing, but they don't tell their story. They talk about spirituality, but they don't tell their story. They talk about spiritual warfare, but they don't go into the details of their story. So how do we know you real? So anyways, when you guys saw that when I went through the situation that I went through, I told you that there was some type of spell put on me where I kept on attracting narcissistic men, but they were attached to witches and women that play with spell work. This kept on happening to me consecutively, but this wasn't the case beforehand. So I started to notice that something about this, and I started to like just peep game and see what the fuck is this. I was like, okay, it was a spell. But each and every single last one of those masculines, because you guys are clearly seeing how this is going on, for those of you who know me directly, and for those of you guys who have heard my story and see the things that I post on the Justice page, you see that each and every single last one of those men, it's 4 now. Actually, it was 4, because one of them, that wasn't anybody that I was romantically interested or connected to in any way, shape, or form. Every single last one of those men had a female attached to them it was weird because they were usually in Aries and these men had Libra placements, but that's my moon sign. Each of them had a woman attached to them that was getting them involved in fuckery to go against me. These masculines have lost their job. Their secrets are all getting exposed. They're wrapped up in cases for some of them. Some of them have even had to leave the Bay Area. They look embarrassed and exposed. That is what always happens in the end. There is no other explanation, period. And for divine feminines, a lot of you guys who are here, you know it's the same case for you too with your person. Every time they get involved with the karmic is using love spells or separation spells, or they use conflict spells, it always ends up backfiring on the karmics. Now all those females look hella goofy. They've been exposed as the culprit of drama and chaos. Some of these karmics were relying on some of those masculines that were involved. They're broke now. And shit has flipped inside out on them. They're attached to motherfuckers that they can't, that now their reputation is being ruined because of. These motherfuckers have burnt them and ruined their health. Or they've been exposed and their relationship with these masculines has been put on Front Street. And their name is tied to and wrapped up in all kinds of fuckery and bullshit. You said that she's really turning into a demon? That's what happens. Especially when the karmic is feeding these masculines blood or any other type of thing. That's the whole entire point, to turn them into a demon that will do the karmic's bidding. But that's what I'm saying. These karmics are going to find themselves in a situation where that ends up working against their better judgment. Especially if these masculines know that the karmic is using love spells and they're playing games, it's going to be a double, triple whammy. You're going to see a lot of shit go on with these masculines and these karmics that you're going to be like, damn, I'm happy I removed my energy. Just remove yourself, because unfortunately, sometimes that's how the Most High wants it. Well, you missed the train to be a divine person. You missed the train to Hogwarts or some shit like that. So you have to stay here in Karmicville. And I feel like your term, there's 222 people in the chat as I say this. And I'm a Libra moon, so I'm excited. Because if you've been on the good side of justice, you don't got shit to worry about. I promise you, you don't. But if you've been involved in low vibrational bullshit, you better buckle the fuck up, because you get prepared to have your whole ass exposed. And stuff is going to be coming up out the woodworks. Yeah. Let's pick this out. I want to use the... Yeah, I felt, but this is not the whole retrograde reading. We'll do a whole retrograde reading in terms of what's going to be happening, because it's going to be a lot of stuff happening, not just in relationships, but it's like my guides wanted me to put this out for you. Just know that these karmics are like, something is not going in their favor, or something's being exposed, or something is popping up, and they're gearing up to try to like reel you in for some fuckery to keep their relationship, or to save face, basically is what they call it. Save face, like not look stupid for the things that they've been doing, but that's done. It's going to be amplified. Dear bright and loving ancestors, what messages do you have, please, regarding this retrograde and karmics getting exposed? What messages do you have? You guys want sunshine. Sunshine. There you go. Dear bright and loving ancestors, what messages do you have, please, regarding this Mercury retrograde and love spells and karmics trying to use divine feminine's energy? We already talked about this, but these bitches, I'm telling you, clearly told me to tell the collective, just be prepared. You're gonna see some shit go down. It says seduction and it says Grim Reaper. Yeah, because this is all they have at the end of the day. All they have is sex spells and love spells. And you know what I saw too? This came up in some of the SSS readings. Some of these karmics are using, the penis-shaped candles. You know, they have one that's shaped like a vagina and one that's shaped like a penis. They've been getting the penis-shaped candles and the vagina-shaped candles. They've been doing fertility and womb spells and rejection spells with you, divine feminine. And then they've been getting the candle spells for the masculine. And they've been doing like binding spells for them. And you guys know the couple candles too. They've been doing the couple candles, but they've been using like some type of binding rope around the candle on top of the herbs and stuff like that they've been using to bind these masculines as well as bind their phallus. This shit is crazy. I can never imagine myself going that far. At that point, it's just like throw the whole thing away. What messages do you have? Love spells are breaking and they're going to be reversing back onto the karmic. And she's going to be like, and some of these karmics are going to be ready to, yeah, you got addiction right here. Some of these karmics are getting ready to like, they're the reason why our relationship has but you want to know what's going to end up happening? Because how this karmic is using your name. Remember, Divine Feminine, I told you, your name in the mouth of your enemies is a blade that slits their own throat. All these karmics that have been trying to use you to like lie, and even though because they know that they've been using spells and shit like that, the spell work is reversing. So now, if your masculine knows that this shit that's been going on, he's going to be like, so that's where that shit is coming from. It's been coming from you. Or if like he doesn't know about the magic, but the karmic knows and they see it reversing the conflict spells and stuff like that, these karmics are blaming you because you did your clearing work. Why? You did a spiritual bath because now the conflict magic has nowhere to turn because you cleared it and you removed it from your fields. So it's returned back to the karmic and their practitioner and the masculine that they're playing with. And they feel some type of way. Why? You wanted to do something hella stupid involving somebody else's energy. So now you're getting a stupid ass fucking prize. Ask any of the karmics that have played with me and any of the karmic masculines or masculines involved in my situation. How the fuck did that turn out for you? How? Same for Divine Feminine. Think about this. How has that turned out for the karmics? It doesn't turn out well ever because they're binding somebody against their will. And especially if you don't like, you're not really interested in these masculines or you've removed yourself from the situation completely, these karmics still can't accept the fact that you don't care. It's like they need something else to happen to appease their ego, and they're gonna get something, all right. You got the Two of fucking Swords at the bottom of the deck, Libra energy. Look at that. I believe the Two of Swords is Mercury in Libra. It is. It might be Mercury in Libra or Venus in Libra. What's the Grim Reaper? Something is not. Yeah, you got the Four Swords laid to rest. I feel like, yeah, Four Swords with the Page of Swords. This is also spying with the Grim Reaper energy. Something is done here, but I feel like somebody's still keeping up some type of drama. For somebody here, this can be somebody spying on your social media though, or somebody texting you or contacting you and you're not responding with the Grim Reaper. I feel like there's no communication between you and this person, but I feel like there's somebody here trying to push the issue or start something with the Page of Swords. Also put your social media on private for the time being, if you can. But if you have a public platform, I would say like, shit, who cares, really? But if you know that this karmic is one of those crazy ass ones that does too much, or she's looking for your photos for magic, just put your profile on private. Then you have the addiction with the Two of Swords here. Something's gonna come out in terms of like how this karmic is like unstable though. That's what I'm picking up on. I feel like something about mental illness is gonna be exposed. Clarify seduction. Something about some sex spells backfiring. Clarify seduction. I feel like this is how somebody's gonna realize, yeah, Queen of Pentacles, because somebody can get money. King of Cups could be a Scorpio involved here, or somebody's, because you know when you do love spells, it puts the masculine from the King of Swords energy, cold, detached, logical to the King of Cups, like overflowing with emotion and stuff like that. With the seduction, and then you got the Emperor here. Somebody may get pregnant under a love spell, or somebody did, and it's backfiring now. Man, this is crazy. I'm also picking up here too, like with the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles energy, like with the seduction, somebody's being seduced solely for the purpose of giving money to somebody with the Queen of Pentacles. There could be a Capricorn here, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, female, an earth sign. But the Queen of Pentacles, like in a low vibrational state, is a sex worker. The Queen of Pentacles, when she's low vibrational, this is somebody that's like they're just about like using their body for the material gain. So I feel like there could be something here where like this is illuminated and highlighted with the retrogrades. It's like the only time that we're not fighting is when you're getting money or you're getting what you want from me or something like that. This is weird. You got the Four of Cups. I told you, Divine Feminine. Yeah, something's going on here in regards to like some type of love spell backfiring, or give me your money spell, or do as I say. I feel like all those type of spells were done. There's something backfiring about this. Any masculine that's been trying to come against you while he's under this magic, something's gonna blow up in his face. Somebody can lose money, lose their life, lose their livelihood, lose their clout, something like that. Get involved, wrapped up in bullshit, because I did see the Eight of Swords at the bottom of this deck. Divine Feminine, there's something with this entity that's been causing problems here. With the Hermit energy, or this is an ancestor too that's been returning the magic to the karmic. I feel like you're dealing with the gutter bitch here. This is an ill bitch right there, like this. I'm sorry to say it like that. But let's see, I have this dream totem. Loving ancestors, what messages do you have about love spells backfiring for the collective? There's also something about somebody's mom as well being involved in a situation. Amping this, or somebody's mother has been helping to help a karmic bind somebody here, is what I'm seeing. Somebody's mom was helping a karmic either do love spells on a masculine or do spells between you and him. And this is going to be coming out too. I'm also seeing with the Four of Swords, somebody's seeing something in the dream state. If you're masculine in if this masculine and this karmic, they get involved in like any type of like organized crime or illegal act, this karmic has whatever spells that she was using for him to go against you, cause problems. It's causing for him to be in an investigation now with the Page of Swords. What's the King of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles? Seduction. It says here responsibility. Yeah. Become discriminate about the people you choose to help. There are too many people in your life who do not take responsibility for themselves and instead rely on you to sort it out for them. Yeah. Yeah, something's going to come up here too. I feel like also too, like somebody's stability is going to be put in jeopardy because of some spell work or something reversing onto somebody. We talked about this. A karmic is jealous of your business or jealous of your independence, so they're playing with magic. I've seen this too. One of the karmics that was involved in my situation, she's a sex worker that's on drugs. And she was living off of one of those karmic masculines. And when she was doing hella spell work on my money and stuff like that, it backfired. And now she's like in a bad situation. I think she was like pregnant doing sex work. Wow. Or she's involved in some bullshit where she's stealing or she doesn't have money or something like that. And then she attracted a whole gang of other females that were doing hella spell work on her money too. So you got to be careful with that, especially if this karmic is like relying on this masculine for finances or something, and she's playing like that. When it goes back, it's going to go back to him too, because that's her source, right? So that's how the Most High deals with people. It doesn't matter. It's going to deal with your source. So like, let's say for instance, like they rely on like government assistance. That assistance is going to get delayed or it's going to get reduced. It's 144 likes in the chat as I say that. All right. Clarify the Reaper, please, with the Page of Swords. It says reassessment. Time to take another look at this situation. There are many possibilities. However, each possibility will lead you to the same outcome. You have nothing to lose. Yeah. Yeah. And then it says caution here. There is no truth behind this farce. Be wary of smoke and mirrors. Look closer and the illusion will soon be revealing a sanctuary where only truth remains. That's why I'm telling you, these spells that are being used, specifically for those of you guys who have dealt with like separation spells, conflict spells, love spells, these are going to be going in reverse. These are going to be going reverse. Something's going to end up like blowing up in this karmic's face that she did not expect. And you guys know that. For some of you guys, I don't know if you guys have dealt with this. I can only speak from experience. That's how I know so much about this. When you're doing separation spells or something like that, and this person like really authentically likes this other person, but let's say for instance, like you're like, I'm tired of waiting, I'm tired of the magic, and you leave, you go on. It's like, then this masculine ends up waking up, and then at that time, now he's obsessed. So it's like this, it's like you don't, that's why you don't play with this stuff, because all you're doing is just putting the feelings on ice. And then they still pop up anyways. And then what ends up happening is these masculines end up resenting these karmic females. It happens all the time. Clarify addiction. Clarify addiction. And this is how people are going to learn to stop playing with love spells too. Clarify addiction. I like this deck. I need to use it more often. It says boldness. Don't take this lying down. Get up and fight, but fairly. This fight will be remembered because of the respect and dignity you bring to the table or to the battle. Yeah, this is with the boldness energy. I feel like with the Four of Cups, you don't want any involvement in this. The Two of Swords, you don't feel any type of way about the situation. I feel like that's a part of like the magic breaking too. Like you separating yourself is also helping to break the spell work. So that the only person that's in the magic is him in the karmic. Or her in the karmic. If you're dealing with same sex, if you're dealing with a woman. Yeah, something here is like not. What messages do you have, please? The love spells are about to backfire with this retrograde. It says confidence, yeah. And then it says self-love, exactly. Somebody here doesn't have self-love, but they're going to be forced to build it when this situation happens. It says believe in magic. Wow. You don't need an explanation for everything. Trust that it has happened. That's why it says believe in magic, and it says magic with the K. Ooh-wee. So you know when they say magic with the K, that's real spells. So what I'm picking up on here is, like I said, there's something for you all to worry about. I would just like literally, there's nothing to, I feel like most of you guys already know that these spells were being done. I will say, don't just leave it alone. Just do your clearing work, return to sender, let the karma go deal with that magic. And they're going to start getting hella mad because they're going to start to see the spells that they paid for manifest within them or manifest around them. And that's how the Most High is teaching them. Stop tampering because you obviously don't have any awareness of balance. And this is why this Mercury Libra is happening. Balance. It's all about balancing the scales out. Everyone's getting exactly what they deserve. So this is a potent time to do your clearing work, return to sender, all that stuff. Let them go sit in that bullshit. If this is like your ex-husband or your baby daddy or your ex, and you have to communicate with this person or something like that, and they've been like acting hella rowdy or something like that because of the karmic, she's gonna get that right back. I don't respect, it's one thing too, a lot of these masculines are going to find themselves in a situation where they've given up their self-respect to play with the karmic. And that's a hard pill to swallow. What messages do you have? Retrograde. Mercury retrograde in Libra and love spells backfiring. What messages do you have? You just have to let a fool be a fool. What messages do you have for this Mercury retrograde Libra love spells backfiring? It says a win-win outcome. This forecast. It says moon in Libra here. Full moon in Libra. Yeah. Yes. What messages do you have here? So you already see Libra energy. I told you the scales are going to be balanced. I feel like that's what it's really talking about. It's going to be a win-win for you and your spiritual team, but it's going to be a lose-lose for the karmic. So it's like they're not going to get what they want. Or they're going to get their spell. They're going to get their spell all right, but it's going to be manifested for them. And something's going to end up happening where this karmic may have been even trying to put your name with some spell work here. This is going to end up backfiring in a way that she did not expect. And something's going to blow up in her face. I also pick up like something's going to happen with some masculine. He's going to be exposed publicly with the karmic. And he's gonna be looking hella goofy, like having to answer hella questions with the karmic about some bullshit that they've been involved in. Ooh. What messages do you have? Yeah. It said the energy was gaining momentum. It said it's time to take action. New moon in Aries here. So it's like somebody's been taking reckless action, but it's gonna be manifesting with them because you got the full moon and you got the new moon. You got Libra, you got Aries. All that conflict energy, all that stuff, you're gonna see it like settle down. Somebody may have even sacrificed a ram to cause conflict between you and your masculine or something. This is going back to this karmic. Somebody could have even done like animal sacrifice or something like that, paid for rams or some shit like that. That's common to cause like unnecessary conflict or whatnot. And this is going back to somebody. What messages do you have, please? What messages do you have, please? Some of these masculines, they think that, because the karmic did spell work on you, she must love me then. No, what the fuck? I don't know. Some people have like, they think weirdly, but I don't know. I just know that any motherfucker that's let these bitches play with spell work and love spells, they didn't fully understand how far it was going until they're inside of something that they can't get out of. What messages do you have? The love spells are working. Mercury retrograde in Libra. It says don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, some of these past is about to hold them back. Some of these karmics about to put them in some fuckery too. with some magic, South Node energy. There's also the South Node in Scorpio, South Node in Sagittarius. Misuse and abuse of 8th house and 9th house energy, misuse and abuse of sex for control, misuse and abuse of philosophy, culture, spell work, all that. Following false ideologies, this is going to blow up in somebody's face. Wow. So you all, that's what I have for you. I feel like you guys are going to be okay, like I told you, but just know that that is what's currently happening. The love spells are breaking and they're returning to sender. Like I said, I've seen it in my situation plenty of times, so I can tell you guys exactly how that equation starts and how it ends. It never ends properly. There's nothing for you to worry about. It's really less about you and more about the karmics learning a lesson about like self-hate and self-love. All right, y'all. So that's what I have for you. I hope this resonates and I hope you enjoy. Bye.